thing was Ole was the booker at the time. Ole was the one I had the meeting with, and I went to the Cobb County Civic Center, met him, and he looked at me, and my hair was long. I had long brown hair, and had that like Magnum the Magnum PI mustache, and he said, yeah, I'm thinking about a mohawk, and I'm thinking, and then they offered me, $75,000 for my contract, and I was thinking, find someone to cut my hair off and take a pay cut to go do this shit, and I'm like, I said, I wasn't too sure about doing it. And then I talked to my wife, and she said, it's time for you to get out of that strip club, because we'd had some problems there.
Yeah.
But sooner or later you're gonna get shot or stabbed or something, one of those deals. So my wife wanted me to get out of that shit, not knowing that I'd be leaving one pirate ship to get on a fucking worse one. So I just I said fuck it, and went and got my hair done. And I was supposed to look like the dude from the Mad Max movie that had the motorcycle, that had the red mohawk, he had the little boy, the little bitch on the back. I was supposed to look like that guy. That was the look they were looking for. So they wanted me to mimic that look. So that's kind of where that whole, thing came from. And, I went and had it done, and, came home, and, my wife looked at me like, what the fuck? And once again, like looking back at it, just a rib. Take a decent looking guy and make him look like a fucking asshole. We had the Clash of Champions, and then we went on the road. And I was on the road for 5 days, came back, and the last day there we were supposed to wrestle in Hammond, Indiana, and my I got up that morning, the guy that was my tag team partner just took off, went home. Just couldn't do it. So now I go to Hammond, and I drive with Dutch and Sid, and I got no partner. So I looked there, and Grizz, opening match was Al Green versus somebody. I don't know who it was. And Al Green, they walked over and grabbed Al and said, "You're gonna wrestle with this kid in a tag, this guy." So we shook hands and went out there, and Al was a much better hand than the guy that was that I had. Al had been around a couple of years, so at least I had. So the other guy was just fucking drizzling shits. I mean, they told me when they brought him in that this guy would be able to work the match, and you just come in on the heat until you weren't so green. Well, how we get to down the first night and to go over the match with Armstrong and Horner, and Jody says take an arm, and the guy, my partner, didn't even know how to take an arm, and I'm like, Jesus, man, we're fucked. So push forward. Me and Al, I think we got a win at Halloween Havoc against. I forget what they were called, but it was Armstrong and Smothers. I think they were the Southern Boys or something. So we got a win. We got a win over them in Chicago at Halloween Havoc. So we were kind of getting a little bit of a push. So we went in Christmas time and had a 2-segment match at center stage with the Steiners, and they were going to beat Al in the second segment with the bulldog off the top with Robbie's finish. And we're in the room, and Al says, I think it's a little too soon to be beating us. And they asked me to excuse myself, and I left, and about 2 minutes later, Al came out and was shaking his head and went into the room and grabbed his bag, and he was gone. I said, I watched him go over and fucking erase the match from the fucking board. And I said, God damn. Here I am with a fucking mohawk. They looked at me and fucking said, grow your shit out.